Children from fatherless homes in this country, 5 times more likely to commit suicide than children who have a father in the home. 32 times more likely to run away. 20 times more likely to have a behavioral disorder. 14 times more likely to become sexually aggressive or commit rape. 10 times more likely to engage in drug abuse. It just breaks my heart. No heat, no judgment.
The woman will open up and say, you know what, not having my father really is a problem, really is an issue. And I wish we could get more black women to just point out, wait a minute, it's not cool that your kids don't have that father. It's not it's not cool that you didn't grow up with yours. It's not, I don't need no man. It's not, fathers don't matter. It's not, niggas ain't shit. It's actually, we as a people, we as a culture, we as a community have to deal with each other. And in dealing with each other, if we're creating children, if we're having little innocent beings who only thing they know about themselves is what we present about ourselves. I don't know if that makes any sense to any of you guys. If you are a Jew and you know that you must be a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that, that matters. Your goal is higher. What you want to be in life is exalted. But if you think about what happens with us as black men, our goal in life is where? What do we have to look up to? Who do we have to look up to? Was our fathers impressive? Was our grandfathers impressive? It doesn't even matter what you say sometimes to your children. It's what you do. It's what you have. It's the presence you command. It's the maturity of how you deal with each other and deal with other people. And that's the biggest thing we need in the black community. Where does that start? To me, it's with fathers. If your man is confident, your man is proud. When your man is proud, he loves what he has. He protects what he has when he has these situations. And that's when you, as a woman, as a man, as a family, as a community, that's when we'll be better. When we actually care about each other. It starts with the fathers. It starts with the relationship and the children.
Buy the movie exclusively at the www.afatherlessamerica.com. That's right. It starts with fathers and it starts with the relationship rehab. Get the movie. Subscribe to the channel. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I'm back one more again. Let's get it cracking. We're about to do another breakdown of the relationship rehab, and tonight's video is a good video. This is gonna be quite interesting, so let's get ready to break down. Let's do it. Here we go. Shout out to Michael Buffer. So if you have not seen this here video, you will get the opportunity to do just that. And then you will get to see the interview that this guy had with CNN's own Don Lemon. It's not Lemon no more. It's Don Lemon. And then you will see and get to hear and experience a breakdown by yours truly, me, the doctor of discussion, Brian Redmond. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yes, it's about to go down. I want to, first let's go ahead and let's do this and get this fair use thing out of the way, because we will be playing some material from other sources. So let's do that first. Come on, baby. Tell me all about it.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Yeah, she make me feel that way too, princess. Yes, she does. So first and foremost, let me give a relationship rehab salute to the first person in the chat, which is none other than my mother man, Eric Abrams. Yes, sir. Love you, brother. That there is my brother like no other. 10 toes down. We go way back like diamonds in the back, sunroof top, digging in the scene with the gangster lean. Woohoo! That's how far back we go. But yeah, just shout out to everybody that stopped through. Make sure you click the like button. If you are over on the United Guns of America, oh, I got one over there. Let me give a shout out to none other than Nick LaChick. There you go. Salute to you. Hey, look, the United Guns of America just hit 900 subscribers. So slowly but surely, we getting there. That's what's up. That's what's up. But I want to go ahead and play this first video, which is the actual camera footage. It is the interaction itself. And yes, thank you for that clap on that. I'm trying to grow. I'm getting there. Yes, indeedy. But we're gonna first play the video, and it's gonna be the actual interaction that the guy Michael. His name is Wesly Michel. Wesly Michel is I think that's how you say his name. His interaction with Christopher Cukor, whatever you want to call it. Black man, white man interaction at the apartment complex. Now, the only person out of this whole entire scenario in this situation that got any goddamn sense is the son. I'm telling y'all that right now. The only person who got even the smartest person in this whole entire scenario is the son. That old age adage of, and a child shall lead them. Well, this child gets kudos for me for trying to lead two dumbasses. I really do give a shout out to this kid. Little Cukor is a gentleman and a scholar, and I would give that little young guy a salute myself, because he was definitely trying to lead two dumbasses and they just would not listen to the kid. So without further ado, let's get it cracking. Here we go. Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow. All right, we ain't gonna do that. But here we go. So look, the chat gonna be on timeout for a minute. Well, we just won't be able to see it, but ain't that many people here no way, so no problem.
Now you're getting your sound being recorded.
Great.
I remember.
Please call your friend on the call box and have them come down.
They don't have to do that. You could just walk away.
I'm gonna call the police. Right?
Oh yes. Call the police. Remember that. I remember this exactly happening when I used to live in my own condo, and then people used to call the police all the time.
Sir, I'll hold the door here for you while
that
you
is
call your
okay.
friend.
Nobody's asking you to hold the door. You can do whatever you want. But I'm recording you right now, and you're going to be the next person. Look at this.
You don't need to threaten me. You just need.
I'm not threatening you.
You are.
I'm not threatening you.
I'm going to be the next person. What?
You're just going to be the next person on TV. Just remember that, and you have your son with you. That's why I asked you if that's your son. It's better. I will delete this.
Yeah, there's a trespasser in my building.
Listen to your son.
Daddy, go. It's the better. I agree with him, Daddy. It's the better.
At Washington.
Let's go. Please, I don't like this. I don't like
He's
this.
standing in the lobby.
Daddy, I don't like this. Let's go.
He tailgated through the door as I left. He walked in.
I tailgated to the door.
He appears to be African American.
Appears to be African American.
Dad,
I don't know. He's wearing
35, software engineer.
Pink polo shirt and a Yankees cap.
All good. All good.
Daddy.
Software engineer, brother.
Dad.
Yep.
Pink polo shirt. Yeah. And tennis shoes, jeans. Yeah. You have to be here for when they call him.
He's filming me and refusing to leave. And saying I'm going to be the next person on TV.
Yes, sir. You don't remember this? The girl that was like told
My name
He's
is
married. Wow. You know that's illegal now, right?
510 470722.
Yeah, that's illegal to call cops
He
on
said he's
African
here for a
Americans.
friend. He said he's waiting for a friend, and I asked
Yes.
him to dial on the call box, and he said he would not. So I have no way to know if his friend is actually here.
Yeah, so I'm here to just rob whatever. What,
I'm
a
asking
mailbox?
You, I'm just asking you for your friend's name.
I don't give a fuck. I don't have to tell you shit.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, he can hear me. I'm pretty sure he can.
No, he's not on. As far as I can tell.
Let's go.
Listen to your son. Walk away. I will stop this.
Yeah,
I'll stop the recording.
I agree.
Yeah, please.
Let's go, Dad. Let's go now. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Sucks, man. Hi, Kathy.
Told you.
I love you, baby.
Go now.
It took you so long to get here.
Daddy, look what you've gotten us into. Let's go.
My friend is handicapped. Just give me 1 second while you be an asshole to in front of your kid. Okay? Remember, I'm recording you. I'm fucking recording you.
Go ahead. Record.
Alright, I'm fucking recording you.
Hey, don't use that language in front of children.
Oh, well, it was your fault for bringing him out here in the first place. I told you, that was his son.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, he's actually here.
Yeah, he's actually here. Yeah, go ahead. I'm recording
He
you.
refused. He refused to identify. That he was here with a person.
Yeah.
And now
Look
he's
at you.
filming
Look at
me.
you. Look at you. Look at you.
What
Look
is
at you.
he doing?
Look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
Stop filming.
Look at you.
Take
No,
your phone
no,
away
no,
from
no.
me.
If you
Take
touch
your
me,
phone
I'll
away.
fucking
Take your
your
phone.
kid.
Take your phone away.
Okay.
From me.
No, I'm not doing any of that. Now you're going to be. Now you're. Now.
my God.
Now you are online forever.
All right, so there we go. So I wanted to just play it all the way through. Now, the reason that I say, number one, I'm going to say this. They're both right, and they were both wrong. And that's why I say that the only one that had any bit of sense in this entire situation was the kid. That's it. Because the kid was just like, hey, let's just go. Now, I don't know if this little guy had to go to Chuck E. Cheese or if he had a date at the somewhere he was going to get ice cream. I don't know, but I believe whatever that kid was trying to get to, he shouldn't have been held up with this goddamn nonsense. It was definitely more important. I know Toys R Us is going out of business, and maybe he was trying to get there so that he could get some toys or something that was on clearance. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, if he was trying to get somewhere, it would have been more advantageous for both of them to go to where this kid was trying to get to, as opposed to doing the shit that they did, which was stupid as hell. Alright? So, I'm going to say my piece to this, and then we're going to see what Don Lemon had to say with his interview with Wesly Michel. So, first and foremost, number one, let's go with Christopher. Christopher's point of view was that he was trying to make sure that he was safe. He was trying to make sure that the people going in and out of his building, that live in his building, are safe. Fine. There's a certain way you do that, though. And a certain way that you do that is you do not have the authority to detain or to get in the way of anybody. First and foremost. So what he should have did was, if he wanted to make sure that nobody who is not supposed to be there going into his building, coming in, fine. Go out a different door to where nobody has access off the street to just walk in, or you don't go out of the main entrance when you see somebody there. And if you do, you turn around and you close that door behind you. You have every right to do that because that is a building in which you live in, and that's a building where you reside, and therefore you are able to close the door to your building. Now, the fact that you think that it's okay for you to hold somebody or detain somebody to ask them where the fuck they're going, you done lost your mind. You are not the police. Hell, the police don't even have the authority to just hold your ass up. They can ask you questions, but they don't get to stand in front. Hey, you ain't going, and you ain't broke the law. You can't be on no. Hey, hold on now. What unit are you going to? If that was me going into that building, first of all, I wouldn't have had on no goddamn pink shirt and no Yankees cap. That's first and foremost. Second of all, I'm going into that building. I would have been like, man, if you don't shut the fuck up talking to me, don't you worry about where I'm going. And I'm well within my right to do that. Now, to address the black and white issue of this, would that dude have stopped any white person going into that building? I'm going to tell you flat out, probably not. He probably wouldn't have stopped man, white, woman, or man alike. So there is a line of it being a safety issue and then it being a profiling issue, which in my opinion, a profiling issue, hey, I get it. But there's a way that you need to go about it if you want your building to be safe. There's a way that you do that. You needed to be smarter in what you did as far as exiting your building and somebody being able to enter your building. You have control of who opens that locked door. Plain and simple. You in total control of that door, so your ass should have waited until the black dude got buzzed up with your son if you was that concerned, or you should have went out another exit, which I know for a fact is in that building. Buildings like that, they all have at least 2 different entrances where you can go in and out. And if he had to go out of another entrance to take the long way around to get to the main street, why wouldn't you do that if it's all for safety? Why wouldn't I take an extra walk to keep my fellow residents safe? So I don't want to hear that bullshit. If you wanted to be safe, you wanted to make sure that nobody who wasn't supposed to be in your buildings was entering your building, then your ass should have went out the other way. Plain and simple. Or you should have waited until that guy got buzzed in. And if you saw his ass lurking in the breezeway, standing there in the breezeway, and the fact that he probably didn't look suspicious at all, but was suspicious to you, I'm gonna give you that. Then you fucking wait, safety man. You wait your ass there until he gets buzzed in. And if he sits there and looks at you and gives you the, man, come on and buzz me in, or I'm waiting on you to come out, you be like, nope, I'm good. I'm waiting right here with my son. Daddy, let's go, Dad. No, son, we're going to stay here and we're going to outwait the black guy. That's what we're going to do because it's our right and this is our building. God damn it. That's what you should have did. Black guy. First things first. Our papa freaks all the honeys, dummies, playboy bunnies, those wanting monies. Those the ones that like, because they don't, all right. But look, black guy. First things first. If you are going to see your friend and you get to the buzzer, why the fuck would you just stand in that breezeway? Get your dumb ass on your $1,000 phone that you were so eager to record a motherfucker with and call your handicapped friend and say, hey man, I'm down here in the breezeway. Get your ass on the buzzer. Oh, you in the breezeway? Yes, motherfucker. Well, hold on. You in the breezeway? Yes, motherfucker, I'm in the breezeway. Oh, well, I ain't got to the building yet. I'll be there in 2 minutes. Well, motherfucker, you should have called and told me. I told you I was on my way down here. Now I'm down here and you ain't here. Got me standing in the motherfucking breezeway looking like a fucking criminal. I'm sorry. I'll be down there in just a second. I'm pulling up in my Uber in like 2 minutes. Alright, cool. I'ma wait outside for your ass because I don't want to stand in this hot ass breezeway. Cool. Boop. Call is over and you outside and ain't tripping because the person who's gonna let you in wasn't even in the building yet. You should have called your friend once you saw you couldn't initially get right the fuck in. Now, if you do decide to wait in the breezeway, which is your right as an American, I'm gonna give you that part and I'm gonna say this. Wait there, but you gotta take all of the profiling. I think this black dude trying to break in, you gotta take that because it's motherfuckers that do enter buildings illegally, and not necessarily saying that you gonna be there to rape and pillage all of the white women. Well, in this case, he would have raped and pillaged some of the white men, but because I know for a damn sure this dude is gay. But either way, people break into apartment complexes all the time to steal their packages. That's known. A motherfucker will sneak in, go up and down the halls, and snag packages. That's why a lot of apartment buildings actually get these, they got like lockers now where Amazon and all of them or UPS, they come in and they put it in like a lockbox, and then you got to come in and put your code in to get to your, basically you got a lock cubby that you have. All apartment buildings don't have that though. Some apartment buildings still got it old school, where they'll either have your shit in the right outside where the mailboxes are, or they'll have your shit in the hallway where your unit is. So letting a motherfucker in, I'm not with that. I wouldn't just let a motherfucker in behind a secure door that I don't know. I just wouldn't. I'm not gonna do that. Now, let's get to the whole real security piece of it, and if that was me. If that was me, first of all, I'm not going to be willing to go and chase down a possible crazy, deranged, thieving, rapist, murderous black dude. I'm not going to do that type of hunt with my son or my daughter with me. Because I got my kid with me, there's a certain level of me being a sheepdog that I'm not going to do when I got my kid with me, because I'm here to protect my kid. So the piece to that is, hey man, you want to watch out for your tenants, and if I was by myself and that dude tailgated his way in and I never saw him before, I'm just gonna follow him. That's it. I ain't got shit to say to him. I ain't gonna ask him shit. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just gonna follow him to whatever apartment he's going to. Why? Because I live there, and it's my fucking right to do so. I ain't breaking no laws. I'm not infringing on nobody's rights. I'm not doing anything illegal by following him. Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? When you go back to old Trayvon Martin, same exact thing. Zimmerman was not breaking nan law following that kid. Unfortunately for Trayvon Martin didn't have a fucking CPL. That's what was wrong with that whole scenario. Because just like you get followed, you have the same right as being the person who is being followed to say whatever you want to that other person. Hey man, why the fuck you following me? I can follow you because I want to. Well, fuck you, you dumbass. You follow me all this time. You ain't shit for following me. You can say whatever you want to say. Oh, puss ass follower. Fuck you. You can do that. But the fact that you don't know that, hey, if this person's following me because he's trying to do something to me, this person's following me because he wanna rape me, or he wanna take me off somewhere, he could be following me because he like me. I don't know. But the point is, when you know the law, then you can operate well within the law, and you operate in society as a person who is aware of their rights, as opposed to a person talking about what they feel. Because he clearly could have told that dude, man, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, you don't follow me no goddamn way. You don't get to tell me where and where I can't go. You don't get to detain me or hold me up. Move the fuck out the way. I'm gonna call the police. I don't give a fuck. I ain't breaking no law. Call the police. And if I'm a police officer and I say, hey, so what is the guy doing? Oh, well, he's just standing here. Well, is he breaking any laws? No, he just looks suspicious. Is he causing any problems? Is he causing a disturbance? No, he just looks suspicious. Well, tell me, sir, what makes him look suspicious to you? Is the fact that he's just standing in a certain position? Is he standing on one hand or some shit? No, he just looks suspicious. Okay, sir, we'll investigate. And we gonna come when we get there. We'll get there when we get there. We'll check it out. If you not breaking no laws, if you ain't causing a problem, you don't even have to talk to the police. People get that shit mixed up all the goddamn time. You could be walking down the street and you ain't broke no law, you ain't committed no crime. The police can be like, hey man, come here. Let me talk to you. What's your name? Where's your ID? What's your social security number? They can ask you that shit all day long because it's within their right. You don't have to engage the police unless they tell you, sir, you are being detained. Or, motherfucker, you under arrest. If you don't hear one of those two, if a police officer says, hey, I just want to make contact. Fine, officer, I choose not to engage in your contact. And you can proceed. And if he tried to say, well, you can't leave. Am I under arrest? No. Am I being detained? Yes. Why am I being detained? He has to tell you. And if he don't, you ask for a supervisor. That's it. That's it and that's all. Know the law. Stop trying to be a motherfucker and you pulling out your camera phone, he pulling out his camera phone. The kid is the only one that got any sense saying, come on y'all, We ain't got time for this shit. Chuck E. Cheese and them is waiting on me. I need to be seeing or maybe he was trying to get the Showbiz Pizza. Hey man, I gotta get the Showbiz Pizza now before this shit closed down. It's the last day. I got to see this gorilla play this motherfucking piano and shit. I got to do that. Y'all is fucking up my time. I gotta be in the bed in another 4 hours. Y'all is wasting my child time. I'm trying to get back so I can watch me some Nickelodeon. I need to watch some Nick Jr. Hey Jesse is gonna be on in the next 45 minutes. I'm just trying to go out and get me a Slurpee from 7-Eleven and get back. Did y'all know yesterday was free Slurpee 7-Eleven day? First time I ever got to take part in it with my daughter. We had some daddy-daughter time. I did not know every year on 7-Eleven is free 7-Eleven day. I didn't know that. You get a free Slurpee from 7-Eleven. Me and my daughter went and did it yesterday. Had a great time. We went to Chuck E. Cheese yesterday. That's why I keep talking about Chuck E. Cheese. We had a wonderful time. Shout out to my baby girl. She was asleep. Or at least I hope she is. Yeah. But anyway, that's what should have happened. And the fact that these motherfuckers don't know the law and they so busy trying to argue with each other and go back and forth about stupid shit, a lot of times shit can go left because of that. Which is one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this damn video. Number one, if I'm out in public, can't no fucking civilian hold me up. None. Can't no civilian get in my way or detain me. Because you don't have the right to. And just because you white, or you Asian, or you Mexican, or you Blasian, I don't care. Don't let no civilian hold you or impede your progress. They do not have the right to. Plain and simple. That's how you get your ass whooped, is trying to detain motherfuckers that you don't have the authority to detain. Now, if that was the security officer in that building or some shit like that, hey, different scenario. That was the police, totally different scenario. White man leaving out with his kid, you ain't even got to interact or answer that motherfucker. You could literally have told him, shut the fuck up, white man. Get out my face. Well, which unit are you going to? I'm going to all of them. Now what? I'm pushing every button. Nah, you don't know who I'm going to see. But somebody gonna buzz me the fuck in. And when I do, unless you gonna follow me to every motherfucking unit, then you don't know what I'm doing. Now, what can he do? Nothing. Get on the phone. Yes, I see a suspicious guy. He's wearing a black dude sitting there talking about, yes, I'm wearing a pink polo and I'm a software engineer. Boy, that let you know that gay boy ain't want no trouble. Let that man go see who he need to see and go hang out with his friends. Fuck you stopping him for? Let's go ahead and see what the hell Don Lemon had to say.
We asked Mr. Cukor to come on the show tonight. He politely declined and indicated that he'd made his perspective known on the blog post, and we just shared with you in Stephanie's piece right there. Now I want to bring in Wesly Michel, the man who filmed that tense encounter. Wesly,
did you hear how he said his name?
On the blog
Don Lemon said his name so endearing. He said, next we're going to bring up Wesly Michel.
Shared with you in Stephanie's piece right there.
Listen.
Now I want to bring in Wesly Michel, the man who filmed that tense encounter. Wesly, thank you, man. It's a complicated story. We appreciate you joining us. The man who called the police on you, Christopher Cukor, writing in that Medium post, you saw it,
What's up,
wrote it today, about his past experiences. What do you think of his explanation for why he acted that way?
Right. It's a very good assessment. I can understand that he's been traumatized. It's very, very difficult to try to communicate based on his past experiences.
Now, I'm going to tell you like this, in all fairness to Christopher Cukor. Tell me if I'm wrong or not. But don't that look like a nigga who done just got out of jail and is guaranteed to be on some thug shit? Look at how this nigga dressed on TV. That nigga look like a nigga. If I saw that nigga, I ain't gonna go tuck ready. But I'm sure gonna be like, yeah, I do got my gun on me. That's all I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I would just say, you know how sometimes those of you who carry firearms, when you go somewhere and you be out and you be like, do I got my, yeah, I got my gun, I'm good. Hey, you see that motherfucker? Yeah, I got my gun, I'm straight. Now, the fact that he got on a pink polo, I'm going to be like, this thug ass gay dude, that's what I'm going to give him. I'm going to give him the thug. I'm giving him thug gay in the door. Now, it's because I'll tell you right now, I done seen some hardcore, gang banging, thugging ass gangster niggas that like dick. I'm telling you right now, don't you be fooled by that shit now. That nigga Omar from The Wire, that shit is real. Okay? I'm telling you right now. It is not a myth. There are plenty of Omars out here in the world. And in San Francisco, there's definitely some Omars out there. I personally would have said, okay, we might have an Omar on our hand. He got on pink, but this motherfucker might have a motherfucker Glock 19 under them that polo and be ready to go to work. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm telling you. Don't you let no gayness fuck up your thug radar. I see that nigga, he looked the part, and I'm gonna give him, hey, he a thug, he just gay. That's all I'm giving him. But I'm still, yeah, I got my gun. That's how I'm gonna be. That's all I got to say.
Personally, as an African American male, I've been stopped and harassed at stores, different locations. I would have police officers asking me if I belonged there, or even in my apartment
Now, once I hear him talking, I'm going to probably just give him a pass. If I would have been at that door the first time I heard him say, yes, I'm recording you too, I would have just gave a slight chuckle like, all right, man, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Do what you got. Go where you going. That's just me. That's just me and my judge of character and the people that I've seen and dealt with in my experience. That's why I would have been like, okay, go ahead, man. Do what you gonna do. You don't want no trouble. All right.
Flex, I would have people randomly tell me that I don't belong at that location. So, but I don't let those experiences shape or define the way I see other people. And I feel that, as a group, or even just with his experiences, it's very important that people take those experiences and they learn from them, but not to impose those ideas and that sensitivity amongst people you don't know. And it's very important too to just basically say that as a human being, it's very important that
See, now look, let me tell you something. And I'm gonna say this in his defense. If you closed your eyes and was listening to this motherfucker talk, his voice does not match his body at all. I would be like, this has got to be some middle-aged white man that is homosexual, but he's very soft-spoken and very feminine. I'm not gonna think that this nigga that looks like a liquor store robber is this guy's voice. I wouldn't, if I was playing a matching game where you had to match the voice up to the face, nobody would match that voice to that face. That there is the classic liquor store robber. Like when you see, hey, 4 people were shot today outside of a Citgo gas station, this man, and that would be the mugshot that would come up. You'd be like, damn, that nigga shot 4 people at the Citgo on 120th and Halsted. That's what you gonna see. You gonna see a picture that look like that, or you gonna see a dreadhead nigga that's gonna pop up. That's what you gonna see. This dude does not sound, the way he looks and the way he sounds are totally different. Yes, not that people rob liquor stores anymore, but he's definitely a liquor store. If there ever was to be another liquor store robber, he gonna fit the description. Yes, shooting at the Citgo gas station. That's your gas station shooter right there. New York hat and all. Yes, with the white tee on.
Our responsibility.
Go on.
My responsibility is not to make everyone around me feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. And it's very important that people understand that. I should be able to walk around freely and not feel that I should constantly prove that I'm not a threat to the people around me.
So, right. Out of all, we have had Permit Patty, and you've seen all the videos of people calling police. This is a pretty thoughtful explanation that you.
And here's another thing too. He has on he has on the V-neck, but it's like a feminine V-neck because he kind of like showing more cleavage. I said, Lord, most guys have on a V-neck, and it'd be like the short V-neck. His V-neck is all the way down here, like he's trying to show that neck, cleavage, chest area. That's what he got going. He got that cleavage showing, which further lets me know this guy don't want no trouble. He looking for a date. He's advertising his chocolateness. That's what he doing. He don't want no problem. And because he was a white boy, he didn't understand what he was dealing with. See, and that's why I do these type of videos, because I'm trying to bridge the gap. It's like you see a black dude, even though he look hardcore thugging like a motherfucker, nigga look like he just turned off some motherfucking Scarface. but with the pink polo on, I'm gonna be a little bit at ease. And then once I hear his voice, I'm gonna, like I said before, I'm gonna chuckle and let him go, because I know he don't want that kind of smoke. If he committing a crime, he gonna do something like log on to somebody's computer and steal some Bitcoin. This motherfucker ain't trying to strong arm or pistol whip nobody and hold him hostage. He look like that, but that's not in his spirit, and his demeanor tells you something different.
Usually don't get, when you said you would hope that he would learn from that. Do you think that he's learned anything? Because as I'm sitting here listening to both your stories, I have to be honest. Both of you, in a sense, can be right.
Yes.
And both of you, in a sense, can be wrong. Because we all have our shared experiences. I'm not saying that it's right that he called police.
Nah, Mr. Lamone, he's onto something.
Police on you. And I'm not saying that it's right the way that you reacted as well, because I live in a building. And if someone tried to come in, I wouldn't let them in the building unless they had permission to come into the building, regardless of what race they are or what gender they are. But
now that's a bullshit ass lie, because if he saw some slender blonde and that was looking fierce, he wouldn't trip. It's the whole perception of what we are, of what we know of people from other cultures and other backgrounds, which puts us in that mindset. Because if you a dude and you see a hot woman coming through a breezeway or trying to get into a building, the last thing you're thinking, not saying that it ain't possible, but the last thing you thinking is that this broad is coming here to rape, steal, and pillage the apartment complex. You're not gonna think that. And she very well could be. She could be a robbing ass, thieving ass bitch. There's plenty of them locked up in women's prisons right now today. She could be coming in there to do the same exact thing. But the likelihood of that, based on the profile of the average person that does that, would not alarm you. It wouldn't be alarming to you. If you saw a hot Asian or a hot Mexican chick, if you saw somebody else, a woman, period, you're gonna be put more at ease. Now, if you see one of them big burly, aggressive motherfucking black women that looking like that Rocksteady and Bebop from that Disneyland fight I did the other day, you would think differently about what this dirty bitch is. Oh, she on some bullshit. You might think differently, but based on the appearance of most people, you're gonna naturally profile, which is what you're supposed to do. And based on what you know, you would think, well, maybe this person might not be on something. Because the average black dude that you see, if you don't know black people well enough, and this is the conversation I was having with my brother about this. It's like when you see people that you know and you're familiar with, you know how to handle it and how to deal with, you know how to experience that person. You know pretty much what it's gonna be. I grew up around a bunch of hood thug niggas. I know for the greater part, you can consider me a niggaologist, okay? Just like a zoologist. I'm a niggaologist, all right? I have an understanding about niggas. I can be in nigga situations where there's an abundance or a multitude of niggas and I can navigate. The average white person cannot do that. They don't know. They just don't know. And because they don't know, they have to rely on what it is they do know, which is what they see on TV, which is what they see in the media, and what that overall narrative is of black men. That's why they behave that way. Which, and I'm telling you this, which is to be expected. Because just like when you take a hood ass, ghetto ass nigga and you put him in a corporate setting, 9 times out of 10 he can't function. Why? Because he is not a corporate white person, a white boyologist. He's not a crackerologist, if you will. He's just not. So you can take your average gang banging thug ass dude and you put him in a corporate setting, he ain't gonna know how to function. He gonna be quiet, he gonna say very little, and the first time or first sign of some trouble, he gonna be ready to wild the fuck out. It's that simple. It's just that simple. It's just that on the other end of that, when you're talking about somebody who is white, that's what they're going to refer to because that's all they know. Most white folks don't grow up in or around hood ass niggas. They don't. So all they know is what they see on TV. And what do you see on TV? Stick them up, nigga. Give me that motherfucking money, nigga. Nigga, fuck, nigga. Nigga, fuck, nigga, what, nigga? They think, first thing they think of is a nigga holding a gun sideways talking about break yourself, fool. That's what they think. That's the first thing they think. Why? Because that's all you see on TV. That's all you see in the movies. So it's like you have that narrative that's been told all this time, which puts that thought in your head. They may not say it, but they damn sure think it. Your average white person that see a black dude wilding the fuck out, they not surprised. They not, oh wow, they expect it. Well, we know that's what they do, honey. Hey, let's go, honey. Tyrone is he's wilding out. That's what it is. So it's okay to profile. However, the problem comes with how you interact with that person. You do what you need to do to be safe. You do what you need to do to put yourself in a safe position. But when you interacting with that person, you don't stop no man. Period. Unless they own your property in your direct own property, and he don't own that damn breezeway. Now if that motherfucker in my lawn, in my garage, or at my front door, totally different than action, because you own my shit. But that dude being in that apartment building, you don't interact with somebody like that because you don't have the authority to do so. You out of line, even though you're trying to be safe.
I understand, because I live in this skin as a black man, that people often see you as a threat when you're not. So it's odd, but I kind of understand both sides. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's actually a very good point. I'm glad that you mentioned that. Reading the articles that's been written about me and the way that people perceive the video, I can understand how people may have come to the conclusion that I randomly tried to get inside the apartment. The truth is, both parties knew that I was attending at that location. That's the truth. The second thing, I actually tried buzzing myself in.
Both parties knew you were attending, who were?
Attending this barbecue party.
Okay.
The second thing is,
he knew you were. What do you mean by both parties? I just want to make sure we have that straight for clarification.
Right. So he said that he later spoke to someone in the apartment building that was throwing the party, and said that I was not invited into that barbecue. What I'm saying is that is incorrect. Actually, I was invited into that party. And the second thing I will tell you is I actually tried buzzing myself in while waiting for my friend to come out. So I wasn't just standing there, and there should be video of that. As I'm buzzing myself to get in, I see him come out. He's in the building, he's coming out. So I figured I could just run inside and wait, I should say, wait for my friend to actually come in. As I'm walking inside, he asked me questions like who I'm here to visit with. So I basically said I'm here waiting for my friend. And he then decided to tell me to buzz the person that I was previously trying to buzz to come downstairs. It's an experience that actually has touched.
Now see, and this is what I call bullshit. Because at the end of the day, you have to see it from this dude, from Christopher's perspective. And you have to be able to say, well, damn, this shit do look suspect, but motherfucker, you shouldn't have opened that door. And you don't get to tell me or make me buzz where the fuck you think I should be buzzing. That's where this shit gets real fuzzy, if you will. Now you can ask and say it, but you taking it too far, because now you trying to make it seem like he profiling you, and if he is, he's justified in doing so. That whole idea of just expecting, well, you can't say I'm doing something wrong, or I might do something wrong until I do something wrong. That's dumbass thinking. It just is. If I'm going to say, well, man, I'm looking out for the people that's in this building, I'm looking out for the safety of the other people that are living here, I need to be thinking that shit from the beginning. And I should have just let that motherfucker stay where he was until his friend came. I should have let that motherfucker stay where he was standing at, trying to get in, trying to buzz in, doing whatever. He could have been at that motherfucking door doing tricks trying to get in that motherfucker. I'd have been looking at his ass. Or I would have went out the building through the other way, through a back door or a side door. That way I don't even have to interact with this motherfucker. And I'm gonna let the safe and secure measure that is already in place, which is a motherfucker buzzing your ass in, I'm gonna let it work for me, so that I don't have to police the door. I'm gonna let that buzzer system be what gets his black ass in here, whether he's a fucking thug or whether he's a fucking wonderful, nice, lovely gay black man. I'm gonna let the buzzer judge and jury and decide if his ass get in or not, because I'm leaving anyway. So if he coming in this motherfucker to kill everybody in here like Ted Bundy did that house full of co-eds, I mean not co-eds, but that house full of sorority girls, he gonna do it and I ain't gonna be here. So let the buzzer do what the buzzer does. If not, then you gonna interact with this motherfucker to what degree? To what end? You on the phone with the police while your son is telling you, Daddy, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here, Dad. I'm trying to get the fucking Showbiz pizza. Come the fuck on, Pops. Leave this fucking black guy alone. I got shit to do and he got cocks to attend to, Dad. Get the fuck out of here. Come on. That's what the kid probably should say. Oh, man.
And I think that's one of the reasons why I saw this situation differently, because as this have happened to me in the beginning, in prior times, I've never actually recorded the situation. Mm-hmm. When he told me he was going to call the police the first time, I decided to pull my phone, and I realized that this situation, I was going to need to prove that whatever this...
Bam, I just saw this too. And the fact that this is the 4th of July, in the black guy's defense, it would be expected that there would be a lot of unknown people coming into your building that day, sir, because it's a holiday. If it's Christmas, if it's Thanksgiving, if it's Martin Luther King birthday, it's a holiday, man. You should expect to see people you don't know. And if that's a problem for you, you should absolutely make sure that you're going out through another door, so that everybody who's coming in, for the most part, will be people that are supposed to be in the building. That's your bad. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And it's like, and to what's up, Amanda K? And what Amanda said, there's a difference between biases and prejudices. We are all raised with natural biases. Just like if someone says single parent, we automatically picture a woman. That's true. But there are still prejudices that we have. If I see a white woman, I'm not going to be inclined to think of her as a threat as if I do if I see a black man. Plain and simple. If I see a white man, I'm going to perceive him to be more of a threat than I would a white woman. That's a prejudice, but it's a natural bias, like you said, that you're going to make. And the assumption of saying, when I do see a black man, do I think he the worst motherfucker in the world? No, but there's certain other what do you call it, characteristics or details that he can display that would make me think that. If I see a black man in a 3-piece tailor-made to fit suit, I'm not gonna think he's here to fucking rob me. However, if I see a black man in a fucking some gym shoes and his pants hanging off his ass with an oversized fucking coat on in the middle of fucking July, I'm gonna think that motherfucker might do something to me or somebody that's close to me. Yes, I'm gonna be more alarmed and more on alert because he fits the description of a thug. Plain and simple. Now, did this guy fit that description? I would say no, wearing a pink shirt and probably some fucking culottes that he probably had on. But nevertheless, I'm a blackologist, and this white dude is not. And there were a lot of different variables that he did not take into account because he just was ignorant to it, and that led him down this particular path. And I believe that he got somewhere that he really didn't expect to go. He thought that that black dude would just comply, and the fact that he didn't, he wanted to be the one that was going to make sure he got this shit together, just like George Zimmerman did. Same thing that George Zimmerman did. Oh, I'm going to show this motherfucking young black boy he can't just walk around my fucking neighborhood. And if Trayvon Martin would have had a gun, shit probably would have worked out for him for the best. Plain and simple.
Guy tells the police, I would have to prove my side, and the only way I could do that is through taping. So I had to protect myself.
Because you thought when police would got there, they may have thought that you were trying to break into the building. Is that correct?
Yes.
So here's my thing with that. You said you wanted to do this in case the police come. When you know how to interact with the police, when you know your rights, you don't have to worry about what another person is doing. You have to be more concerned about what you're going to do and the way that you're going to behave. Because like I always say, every time you're interacting with the police, you got two things on the line: your freedom and your life. So knowing what your rights are, knowing how you can interact and what you can do will determine how you interact with the police. Knowing what, if I'm breaking the law, I'm not breaking the law. When the police get here, you can tell the police exactly what happened. And it ain't got shit to do with, oh, well, he said, she said. If you know what happened, they can give a clear account as to what's going on, you good. You are good. Yeah, he was right. I'm not saying that he was wrong to record. But what I'm saying is he's trying to record to plead his case to the police. Fuck that. When you know your rights, you ain't got to deal with the police are there to enforce the law. That's it. The police ain't there to judge and jury your ass. That's the problem. People are so dependent on the police doing what they feel is right. You ain't got to worry about that. When you know the law and knowing what you're doing, you could have told that motherfucker, get the fuck out of my face. I don't fucking want to interact with you, white boy. And it ain't shit he can do about it. That white dude could be like, he was acting hostile towards me. I got every right to. You don't get to fucking detain me. And you don't get to fucking question me. Now, fuck you. And that white dude can't say nothing. He could have been that vulgar. He could have been that disrespectful. He could have did that. No problem. I ain't touched you. And I haven't assaulted you. And I ain't did no threatening manners towards you. All I told you was to get away from me. I didn't say I'm going to beat your ass. I didn't say I'm going to fuck you up. He didn't say any of that. So if you know the law, you good. Now, when the police get there, you tell the police exactly that. Officer, this man is trying to detain me. He has no right and no authority to detain me or to get in my way or to question me. I want him removed out of my area. And the officers would be like, sir, were you detaining this man? That's actually kidnapping, goddammit. If you want to really go there, he cannot do that. He can't even stick his arm out like, hey, hold on, sir, you can't come in here. He can't even do that. But you don't know the law. You just think you know what's right. That's it. So you don't have to, and the thing is, you don't have to think about worrying about what the police are going to do. You need to first and foremost know what you're going to do. And once you know what you're going to do and how you're going to handle yourself and carry yourself, then you will be able to interact with the police with a lot more confidence and surety in how things are going to go. And if shit does go left, then you know exactly how to behave. You know when to call for a supervisor, you know when to shut up, and you know when to say, you know what, do what you're going to do, officer. Like those guys at the Starbucks. Black dudes at the Starbucks, prime example of how to carry yourself and know what to do. Plain and simple. Because here's the thing, Candy Time. You recording for what? What are you recording for? What is the recording going to do for you in the moment with the police? You explain that to me, then hey, And that's the thing. You thinking about, well, this camera, if I record this now, then I get to show the police and the police gonna see what's going. It's still your word against theirs. And the recording ain't recording the entire interaction. For the news, fuck the news. That's the problem. Everybody trying to get on TV. Everybody want attention. The news ain't got shit to do with him being in that situation. The news ain't gonna change how somebody's going, well, I'm not gonna do what that guy on the news did, so I'm gonna do something different. No way. Because you thinking that you can do that and you get questioned by somebody who got a gun, shit will go left fast. Plain and simple. Because I'm telling you right now, if that was George Zimmerman in that breezeway with that black dude, shit could have went left, couldn't it? Fuck the news. Fuck social media and trying to get likes. When you in the moment and your ass is on the line, you need to be thinking about that first. Because you just being so busy to record some shit for the news will get your ass done like Philando Castile. Where your woman is recording your ass getting shot and recording your ass dying. Bitch wouldn't even do CPR on her man because she going live. That's stupid. So busy and you thinking so far ahead of what's gonna be on social media, what the news gonna say, what they gonna say when they see this on Facebook, what Instagram gonna tell me. That ain't got nothing to do with you making it out of a situation safely, going home. Because Philando Castile didn't go home. His girlfriend did, and that bitch probably, I think later on down the line, that bitch probably, she wound up getting locked up. But you worrying about social media will not make your ass go home, man. Will keep you from going home. That's all I'm saying. John, nothing at John, you're right, and we know it. Officer pulls up, I know exactly what's going on. Arrest black boy, cops a hero. Man, boy, let me tell y'all something. Y'all have to realize this, man. This whole idea of you thinking all police officers want to kill black people, all police officers want to lock black people up, I understand it. The problem is this. The reason why a lot of niggas go to jail is because they don't know the law. The reason why a lot of niggas go to jail is because a lot of niggas break the law. I got a story right now that I gotta do, where a dude was driving a car that had the wrong tags to another vehicle, and he didn't have a license. And he was mad that the police was questioning him and pulled him over. Tags were not right on the vehicle, and he did not have a license. And he felt like the police shouldn't have talked to him, and he didn't want to interact with the police. Asked for a supervisor and everything. Police were way more accommodating. They were so nice to this guy. And you know what happened? A police officer got shot, and that dude got killed. So you tell me about that, where who's the hero then? Officer pulls up, I know exactly what's going on, arrest black boy, cops a hero. Tell me what happened in that scenario. How many times have you seen police officers pull over black people and the black people riding dirty than a motherfucker, and they wind up driving off, getting into a high-speed chase, shooting at the police officers, fighting with the police, shooting at whoever, and they wind up getting killed anyway? I got another story where it's some niggas riding through my hood on a high-speed chase. Same shit. So don't tell me this shit about police shooting black folks and arresting black folks all the time, how they just do it just because they want to do it. Now, do sometimes the police get the shit wrong? Yes, they do. But it's a whole hell of a lot more when they getting it right, where they should have done what they did. And if niggas didn't want to get stopped by the police, didn't want to get shot by the police, and don't want to get locked up by the police, then abide by the fucking law. Stop riding around dirty with a warrant. Stop riding around in police cars riding around in your car with no license. Stop riding in your car with tinted windows and you know that tinted windows are illegal. Stop riding in cars with expired tags. Stop riding in cars with no license. Stop riding in cars with guns. Stop riding in cars with drugs. Stop smoking and riding and getting high, and when you roll down the window, police smell the weed, but you don't smell it no more because you've been smoking all your fucking life that you don't smell the shit. Stop riding around with your fucking liquor in the car. Everybody ain't gotta always have Hennessy in a cup riding around being cooler than a motherfucker. That's niggas' problems. Because when you riding around drinking and smoking and you high and you kicking it, and when your ass get pulled over, you shouldn't be mad. Take your ticket, take your DUI, shut the fuck up and go home. That's why niggas always getting shot. That's why niggas always getting pulled over. I tell the story all the time about how I got pulled over simply because I was a black dude riding in a motherfucking sweet ass Cadillac, and you know what they think? This nigga riding around in a motherfucking $60,000 car, he gotta be a drug dealer because he look young as fuck. I get it. But I don't ride dirty, so that's why I don't go to jail. I don't ride around with dope in my car, so that's why I don't go to jail. I don't ride around smoking blunts in my car. That's why I don't go to jail. I know how to talk to the police. That's why I don't go to jail. Have I gotten tickets before? Yup. And you know when I got a ticket? When I was riding on my car with an expired tag. Yeah, it was a month behind, but my lazy motherfucking ass didn't go and get my fucking tags. I didn't pay for my tags. My fucking fault. My fucking ticket. I own my shit. That's the problem with black folks. Niggas don't want to own the shit that they responsible for. You get a busted tail light in your car, don't want to get it fixed, but you got fucking Jordans on your feet and you got 28s on your car and you mad because the police pull you over. They hating, they just fucking with you. That's stupid shit. And that's what niggas do. So don't tell me this shit about it's always white folks want to pull over and lock up the niggas and lock up the black folks and all that bullshit. Because we the ones that do the dumb shit to get pulled over. And then we get mad when we don't do what the fuck we supposed to do and we getting held accountable for it. You got a fucking warrant and you don't want to talk to the police. I get it, because if I had a warrant, I wouldn't want to talk to the goddamn police neither. I wouldn't want the police to run my name. I wouldn't want the police to have my ID. And you know what I'm going to do if I got a fucking warrant? I'm going to stay my dumb ass in the house until I get my warrant taken care of. I'm not going out to kick it and go get my blunts and my Blackwoods at the fucking gas station driving my mama car that I know tags expired. I'm not riding in the car with my thug ass motherfucking homeboys to go get some fucking Black and Miles because I want to smoke tonight because I need to just relieve my mind and relax, man, so I can continue playing fucking 2K all night with my niggas while I'm drinking and smoking. I'm not getting in the car with them because I do have a warrant. So when them niggas get pulled over and I'm in the car, I'm like, fuck. Why y'all fucking with me? I ain't the driver. Yeah, but you the nigga with the warrant. And you know why police do that? You know why police officers want to check everybody? Because we know that's what niggas do. Ted Bundy got stopped because of a fucking traffic ticket. Or was that the Son of Sam dude? Whichever one. They caught him with a fucking traffic ticket. All of the murders he committed. You know how they caught him? Traffic stop. It's so many people that get locked up for big shit from a small traffic stop, which is why law enforcement do it. That's why police officers make traffic stops. When you out hunting, real talk. When you out hunting, that's what some police officers, that's what we call it. When we out hunting, we hunting for traffic violations because traffic violations is what's gonna lead you to some shit. So if the speed limit 35, we'll say, hey man, anybody going 38 and over, anybody going 5 and over, we getting them. I don't give a fuck who it is. So the speed limit 35, your ass come through doing 38, you 3 miles over, we pulling your ass over. Oh man, I wasn't going that fast. Motherfucker, the limit is 35. You doing 38. It's a technicality, but technically I can fucking pull you over. So if you don't want to get pulled over, do 33, motherfucker. I'm so tired of niggas thinking like that. I'm so tired of that stupid mentality where you think you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, even when you doing wrong, and if somebody fuck with you, they on bullshit. They just doing it because I'm black. They just doing it because I'm riding a nice car. They hating on a nigga. These niggas trying to hold us back. These niggas trying to hold me back. These niggas trying to hold me back. Niggas go Rick Ross in a second. You have to be smarter than that, man. To every fucking criminal in the fucking world right now, stop riding dirty. If the tags ain't right, if your license ain't right, and I'm not saying if you driving or not, don't get in the car. If your car look like the average drug dealer car, late model car, tinted windows, and fucking sounds, that's the car I'm running. I'm looking for that car. I'm good police. I'm looking for a car riding around on some blades. I'm looking for a car sitting on 28s. Because you know who buy 28s and 26s? Dumbass, thug-ass street niggas. Calling attention to themselves. Nigga can't even do a fucking 3-point turn because his fucking rims are so big. That's the nigga I'm looking for, because that's the nigga that's gonna have a motherfucking quarter pound of weed in his car. Cause he going to get his bitch to go kick it. That's the nigga who gonna have the Glock 17 with the 33 round magazine in it, because the niggas in his own neighborhood want to take it from him. I'm looking for him. I don't know why y'all think anything different. I don't understand why niggas think that that's the thing to do. First time a nigga get this much money, they want to go and buy a bunch of shit that's going to cause attention or bring attention to themselves. 8 out of 10 times facts. You right, princess. You take 10 motherfucking cars that got oversized rims on them, and you tell me if 8 of them ain't drug dealers. Tell me if 8 of them ain't drug dealers or car crackers. Tell me they ain't. And I'm going to tell you, you a fucking lie. It's that goddamn simple, man. Now, do you have for those 2 people that actually do work a good job, that actually did save their money, the fact that you dressing and playing the part of a drug dealer, nigga, oh well. Take what come with it. When I had my caddy that had rims, that had sounds on it, had some rims and some Vogues and shit like that, black rag top, gold trim with the gold BBSs with from motherfucking paid in full. I knew that when I got pulled over what the fuck it was for. So I turned down my music. But if they pull me over anyway, I get it. I had a motherfucking police officer tell me one time, I pulled you over because you had a police hat, the little thing that goes around in Chicago. It's like the little checkerboard thing. You had one of them hanging from your mirror, and that's against the law. I said, sir, it's not against the law. And the fact of the matter is, it's my father's. He was a Chicago police officer. So now what? Well, we just wanted to run you, man. We see everything look good, man. You know, so, hey, we just gonna give you a warning. I know. But I get it. I get it. I'm not sitting there, y'all some punk ass motherfuckers, man. Y'all fake ass niggas. Because them other motherfucking 9 times they pull over that caddy that look like a dope dealer car, they gonna get them a dope dealer. They gonna catch him a nigga on a warrant. They gonna catch him a nigga that ain't got no license. They gonna catch a nigga that ain't got no insurance. They gonna catch a nigga that's gonna have something, a gun or something. the laws of averages will prevail, which is why they do it. It is what it is, man. Got me all into my rant. There goes my rant, god damn it. Let me see what this one was. I think this was the same video. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. I think this was
But
the
first,
same video.
CNN Stephanie Elam sets the scene for us.
Despite pleas from his young son,
Oh yeah, this is the other part of this I wanted to show.
this man called the San Francisco police on another man when he wouldn't identify the resident he was visiting.
Sir, I'll hold the door here for you while
That
you
is
call your
okay.
friend.
Nobody's asking you to hold the door. You can do whatever you want. But I'm recording you right now, and you're going to be the next person.
You're
Look at
gonna
this.
be.
You don't need to threaten me. You just need
I'm
to
not
get out
threatening you.
of the building. You are.
I'm not threatening
I'm
you.
going to be the next person. What?
Of a conversation that happened.
So yeah, this is what I want to get to him.
I don't know.
So this is what Cukor said.
35, software engineer.
Pink polo shirt
Dude said
and
I'm
a Yankees cap.
All good. All good.
He's a software engineer,
brother.
pink polo shirt,
Pink polo shirt, yeah, and tennis shoes, jeans, yeah. You have to be here for when they call him.
He's filming me and refusing to leave. He's saying I'm going to be the next person on TV.
And
The
you
man
were.
filming the encounter is black. Wesly Michel is a San Francisco-based software engineer. In a statement to CNN, Michel said, quote, "I'm taken aback by the support that I've received in the last few days and how quickly my experience has been shared. Unfortunately, this incident mirrors the experience that African Americans endure daily, where we are questioned on whether we belong."
He said he's waiting for a friend, and I asked him to dial on the call box, and he said he would not. So I have no way to know if his friend is actually here.
Yeah,
What's
so
up,
I'm
man?
here to just rob whatever. What,
I'm
a
asking
mailbox?
You, I'm just asking you for your friend's
He-
name.
he-
I don't
I
know.
like
I
the
don't
little
have to tell
fact
you.
that he's being a little bit of an asshole.
But
because
Cukor
dude
says he
is
wasn't
approaching the
motivated to
situation
say
wrong.
something because of Michel's race, writing, "First,
Here we
just
go.
some background on that day.
So here we go. First, just some background on that day. I was leaving my building with my child to take him to a friend's house. So Shorty was going on a play date. And he was like, "You fucking up my play date time, daddy. I get it, kid, why you was crying. You should have been upset. Because your daddy being a dick and he fucking with your play date time." Absolutely correct. Like many in San Francisco, I live in a building with a security call box. And residents in the building count on that security measure. Exactly, Christopher. They don't count on your ass on your phone securing their building. Let the security measure do what it does.
I was leaving my building with my child to take him to a friend's house. Like many in San Francisco, I live in a building with a security call box, and residents in the building count on that security measure. I noticed Wesly Michel caught the door and entered the building without using the call box. I did what
You
came
caught the door
naturally
'cause you
and
couldn't.
asked where he was going. I want to be clear on this point. This is something I do regularly, regardless of who the other person is.
So, Christopher, with your dumb ass, maybe you should stop doing it that way. Maybe you should stop saying, "Well, I'm just going to go out, and if I see somebody come in, after they come in, I'll question them." Maybe you should go out of the other entrance, and then if somebody does try to come in, you're not letting them in. Because if that dude was a fucking mass murderer, he would have killed you and your son and went on his merry way to do whatever other carnage he was going to create in that building. So how about, Christopher, you stop going out of the doors that you see people trying to get in when they clearly show you that they don't live there?
No, it's not armed. It's
Let's go.
You see how they ask, "Is this motherfucker armed?" Then why you worried about it?
Listen to your son. Walk away. I will stop this.
Yeah.
I'll stop the recording.
Shorty like, "Yes,
Yeah,
Dad, let's go. Let's go. Billy is waiting for me, Daddy."
To resolve it myself, I called the police. Eventually, Michel's friend does arrive, to the relief of the boy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. And that let you know right there he should have apologized. But like, "Oh man, this dude gay as Christmas." All right, I'm gone.
Love you, baby.
Go now.
It took you so long to get here.
Daddy, look what you got us into. Let's go.
He said, "Look what you got me
My
into."
friend is handicapped. Just give
Hey,
me.
that kid was so respectful. I love the kid. I love this kid. Because what he really was saying was, "Motherfucker, look what you got me in. Now I have a fucking play date that I should have been at 20 minutes ago, but no, I'm fucking with you and this black guy who you shouldn't even be fucking with, who could probably kick your ass, Dad, but you want to fuck with him and fuck up my time fucking with him. I have shit to do, and I deserve to be where I wanted to be because you told me you would take me over to Billy's house, and it's fucking 30 minutes later, and we still haven't even fucking left. You know how this San Francisco traffic is. God damn it, Daddy, I would have been better off catching a fucking trolley instead of fucking around with you. That's what that kid really wanted to say. Now when you fucking come on, you see Kathy and her handicap ass is here already. Let's fucking go, Dad.
1 second while you being in front of the kid. Okay? Remember, I'm recording you.
I'm recording you.
As the incident escalated, Michel decided to record it, telling CNN, quote, I videotaped this incident to protect myself and to support my story should police get involved. In fact,
and if you notice, the dude wasn't even in the building. You trying to worry about a motherfucker that ain't even inside.
I was vindicated when the police arrived by showing them this video. I could never have imagined how quickly my desire to protect myself would unfold.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually here.
Yeah, he's actually here. Yeah, go ahead. I'm recording you.
He refused to identify.
Yeah.
And now he's filming me.
Look at you.
With a few days since the incident,
now you're
Cukor
fucking shocked that
acknowledges how
he's
both
filming.
men arrived at the moment armored with their different realities. He writes, here's where the complexity begins. I was coming into this situation with my unique history. My father was murdered outside his home by a trespasser who he confronted alone. For my child's safety, my safety, and that of the building, I felt it was necessary to get help in this situation. Furthermore, I've encountered trespassers in my building, and we've been robbed several times. This is not uncommon in San Francisco, and the bad actors are all different colors. I now realize that Wesly was reacting based on his unique history as well. Unfortunately, there is a terrible pattern of people calling the authorities regarding people of color for no other reason than their race. The last thing I ever intended was to echo that history, and I'm sorry my actions caused Wesly to feel unfairly targeted due to his race. I believe people are good at heart. It's our past experiences and fears that cloud even our best intentions. I hope Wesly will read this and understand my history as I have tried to understand his.
Take your phone away.
So that takes, and that just makes my fucking point. Your daddy was killed based on a trespasser that entered his property. Then why in the fuck would you even put yourself in a situation where somebody else would come in? Number one. Number two, that dude was not even in. He was trying to get in. So there was still a door keeping him from entering. So short of him busting the fucking glass and breaking the door to get in, there was still no way for him to get in. You should have just went on your merry fucking way. If you saw that there was a problem, if you had your red lights went off, flags went off, buzzers went off, all of that shit, at the most, what you should have done is called the police. Other than that, if you ain't willing to follow that dude yourself, you trying to stop him or impede his progress is what led you to this shit. You have no right to do that. Don't open the door. Plain and simple. If you don't open the door, you don't have to worry about it because he can't get in. He can't get in. So you sitting there having all of these previous experiences, I get it. You should be even more alarmed about opening up a door when you see somebody there that don't belong there that you don't know. You should be even more aware of your surroundings to say, well, I'm going to go out of this building that nobody can come in unless they're on the grounds. I'm going out the back way. Whenever I come in, I'll come in. But when I got to go out, I'm going out the back way because I don't want a motherfucker to tailgate their way into my complex. You've had that problem before in the past, and you policing motherfuckers ain't going to fix the problem, and it ain't going to save nobody. Because if they was there to do some fuck shit, they ain't going to stop at fucking you up and to keep you from, they ain't going to let you keep them from getting to they fucking charades and shenanigans that they going to perform. If anything, they will beat your ass and move on with what they gonna do than to think that you gonna be a fucking deterrent. You should have stayed in your lane, man.
If you touch me, I'll take your phone away.
For his part, Michel also said, quote, I believe that ultimately everyone wants to be seen for who they are and not prejudged. I am an American, a brother, a son, and an ambitious engineer who loves to code and wants to greatly contribute to the tech world in SF, a city that I love. All of this playing out in a video that went viral with more than 1.5 million views. Don?
There you go. So, getting back to my point, I guess, with this whole thing, and I mean, I wanted to do this. Let me go here and look at who said this. So JC said in the chat, I respect the job that the police officer has to do, but personally I have a hard time liking the police. I understand exactly what you mean by that. And you know why we have such a problem dealing with the police? You know why we have such a hard time liking the police? It's because it ain't enough of us policing ourselves. And what I mean by that is we so quick to condemn the very thing that we want to call on when our ass is on the line or in the fire. First thing we want to do is 911. However, how many of y'all are out there trying to go be the police? And when you do get to be the police, how many of y'all are being the police in the neighborhood you grew up in? And that's the difference between us and other cultures. That's the difference between us, and even if you want to just keep it black and white, that's the difference between us and black folks. White folks are police themselves. They grow up and they have generations and lineage of being police officers. So if you want to police yourself, you want to be safe from the police, you want to feel safe by the police, you want to be around cops that you know ain't out to shoot you or kill you or rob you or take something from you or lock you up just because you black, then goddamn it, get more black police officers to be the police in their own neighborhood. I am a firm believer and have said for years, the police should have to be the police in their neighborhood. You a police, especially if you a rookie, you new on the job, you gotta go be the police in your own neighborhood first. I believe that. But it ain't enough of us going to be the police. Which is why it's more of them policing us than it is us policing ourselves. We don't even want to cooperate with the police when there is a crime being committed in our own neighborhood against our own people. We so caught up in snitches get stitches that we don't give a fuck who dies in our neighborhood because it ain't cool to talk to the police. You got these young niggas terrorizing your whole entire neighborhoods, holding your children fucking captive, shooting down your kids day in and day out, shooting up your homes, shooting at your grandmama, shooting at your granddaddy, killing your uncles, killing your brothers, killing your mothers, killing your fathers. And you won't talk to the police. You won't tell on the very niggas that's doing the fucking shit that's fucking up your neighborhood, which is turning it into a ghetto. You tiptoe and walk by and sneak by the same niggas that's selling dope in your own neighborhood, across the street from you, downstairs from you, upstairs from you, next door to you. But that's the white man that's doing that part, huh? Really? You got cocaine and guns and magically appearing in your streets and boxes on the streets and alleys across your neighborhood. You ain't got to use them. There's a conspiracy of guns being dropped off in the ghettos. You don't have to use them. Drugs are being flooded into the community. You don't have to sell them. It's that simple. So I get the fact that you may have a problem with the police. And do I think that there are certain type of cultural differences between white police officers and the black community? Absolutely. But if it was more black police officers that come from that same community, coming back and working and policing, being sergeants, being lieutenants, being captains, being superintendents in those same communities, you wouldn't have this problem. How about that? And it was something else I saw in here too. Hold on, I don't know why I keep scrolling in that chat. Let me scroll in this one. There we go. Then that man's father, right? Yeah, we talked about that dude's father. It was one more I saw. I think he knew he was in the wrong, but the motherfucking ego didn't want to let that situation go once dude got that camera in his face. I agree. I think he did absolutely get too far and was realizing, like, man, this is more than I done bit off more than I can chew with this shit. We as black people get discouraged from becoming law enforcement, even though many of us wanted to be a cop growing up, wanted to be a detective like Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon. There's no reason for you to get discouraged, man, because all it is a test. It's a test. It's a physical test, a written test, and a psych eval, and you go through PT and your ass will graduate. It's so many law enforcement departments, and I can tell you Chicago right off the bat. And I just saw a bunch of people who just graduated, and and quite a few of them were black. But my point is this: how you getting discouraged from becoming a police officer that you absolutely can see what the criteria is? Go to school, go to college and study criminal justice. Get your degree. Hell, they just changed the criteria in Chicago. You don't even have to have a college degree no more. It's those type of things, it's that type of thinking, and it's that type of attitude that keeps us from doing what's best for us, man. We always got this thing where we think the white man is keeping us down, the system is keeping us down. And if that's true, the only way that you can change the system is to get in the system and see how it works and see how to change it. You got a problem getting into the police department? Talk to your fucking alderman. Talk to your local politicians. Talk to your state reps. Talk to your congressmen. The motherfuckers you don't know, but you want to blame all your problems on Trump. The same motherfuckers you probably either don't vote for, or you only vote for them because your pastor telling you, or you don't even know them at all. You just punching because they're Democrats. Them the very same motherfuckers you need to be going to say, hey man, I want to be the police and I'm having a problem with the test. I'm having a problem with the criteria, because if that shit gets changed, you know who's going to change it? Your local politicians. Just like they changed it for Chicago. Because it used to be, well, all you needed was a high school diploma. Back when my daddy got in, all you needed was a high school diploma. Then it was, hey, you need 30 hours of college or 60 hours of college. Then it was, you need a college degree. Then they changed it back to, well, now you only need high school diploma. I wonder who changed them rules. Wasn't Trump. Wasn't Obama. It was the goddamn local government. But we don't want to take them to tax. And a lot of them don't want to be police officers because the idea in the hood, police officers ain't cool. Police officers are the enemy. We are taught that on the streets. You have Officer Friendly coming to your school all the time, and as a little kid, you like it. But then when your ass get older, everybody tell you that shit is lame, that shit is whack, that shit is you working for the system, you a slave master, you a overseer, and all that bullshit. It's that same mentality. And we just sit back and bitch and moan and, like you said, Jason, and complain. And then shit hit the fan. 911. Yeah, can we get the police down here right now? My cousin shot, Joe. Yeah, my cousin shot. He bleeding right now. Get the police down here. Give me an ambulance. Give me this. Give me that. Niggas should be fucking EMTs, firefighters, and police officers all day, which is much shit that go on in their hood. That's all niggas should be wanting to be. Why you want to be an EMT? Because when one of my boys gets shot, I can possibly save him. Why you want to be a firefighter? Because when these niggas set my motherfucking cousin house on fire, I can probably help put it out. Why you want to be the police? So I won't lock up my homeboys when they when they get caught with some shake in their car. I can let them go. That's what a smart motherfucker would do. You have to realize that the things that you complain about, if you're not willing to do whatever it takes to change it, then you really can't complain about it. Ratchet King says they don't let, what did he say? They don't let certain blacks police their own neighborhood. My homie is LAPD, and he tells us all the time they make him work in the valley. That's only small cities and towns. You right. You know what your boy need to do? Your boy need to work and bust his ass so he can make sergeant, and then he can make lieutenant, then he can make captain, then he can tell motherfuckers where they going. You are 100% correct. That's what you do if you have that problem. You tell your boy, get your weight up, nigga. I know you just started working. Get your weight up. Find out what's on the sergeant test. Study for the shit. Find out what's on the lieutenant's test. Study for the shit. Find out what's on the captain's test. Study for the shit. And then you can make them changes. You can be the man. Case in point. And shout out to my man Don Walker. My man Don is a Chicago police. He's a Chicago firefighter. He started out on the truck. Then he started out being an engineer. Then he learned the engineer part, learned how to do the truck part. Then he learned how to be whatchamacallit. I forgot, I think he's a lieutenant. This dude worked his way all the way up to be a fucking chief. He the man now. He did that shit himself. I remember watching him study for his shit on a laptop. I remember going to take tests for him. I remember him going to take tests and we praying for him. I remember saying, hey boy, you gonna ace that test. Don't you worry about a damn thing. We encouraged him. And we proud as fuck of this dude right now. He run his show. He got his own fight, whatever he want to do. That's what he did. But he worked for that shit. Yes, and in Chicago, fact, Chicago, as a Chicago firefighter, man, that's probably one of the last safe haven, cushy, white man job in the city. Chicago firefighters don't do shit but get paid. Now, they take care of their business when that bell get rung, but the system, they don't do nothing but get paid. They making great money. And it's one of the last frontiers that's being ran by the majority of white folks. But I tell you, slowly but surely, what did a black dude do? He bust his ass and worked his way up to get to where he was a shot caller. He was a battalion chief. He bust his ass because all the while you working, especially to my dude that's an LAPD officer, all the while you working and busting your ass, is steady cats that steady retiring. When somebody retire, there's another spot that needs to be filled. And a lot of times you'll even have it in law enforcement where there'll be a mass exodus. Where you'll see a bunch of motherfuckers retire because their time is up. They done got their years in. They tired. They like, we out. You'll have motherfucking 20 or 30 sergeants motherfucking just retire on your ass. Happens all the time. And what do? Shit, we got to get a sergeant's test. And with them tests, all they going by is your scope. You bust a 97 on that motherfucker, you right there at the top of the list. That's what they do. You get that high mark on it, but you need to be studying for it now. You need to be reading it up on it now. Don't wait till 2 weeks before the test, then now you gonna buckle down. No, you learn it now. Get your weight up now so you ready for the test when it comes up. You laughing because you about to ace this test. You done paid for and took 5 practice tests. That's how you change the game. That's the mentality that you need to have. Do you realize that there was a time when Jews didn't run the entertainment business? Jews didn't run the lawyer business. You know what they did? They really worked for the shit that they wanted. They became lawyers. They became doctors. They got into entertainment. That's what you do. That ain't racism. That's being smart. Look at all of the foreign doctors that are over here. How many Muhammads and Akbars and Khaleds and all of these different doctors that you see over here that got all these different names? Where the Williams at? Where the Jacksons at? Where the Smiths at? You know why? Because niggas don't want to go be doctors. oh man, you gotta learn too much. It's too much chemistry and math, man, and then you gotta pay all this money, man. I ain't got no money for that. You're right. It do cost money to be a doctor. But if you go and you get a scholarship, and when you make it through, if you pay for your nephew to go to college and to be a doctor, then you got somebody else making 6 figures. But you know what we do? We go, we get our doctor, we become a doctor, we go buy Porsches, red bottoms, we go buy Louis Vuitton, we gonna go buy Chanel, we gonna spend all our money there because y'all niggas have to get y'all's on y'all own. You know what those foreigners do? They come, they become doctors, they bust their ass, and then they start paying for their nephews to go. They start paying for their nieces to go. They start paying for their cousins to go. They get a family of doctors. That's what they do. They play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Then they change it for themselves. They make it work for themselves. And they're good at it. Yeah, that first doctor might have just been a general practitioner. But that second one gonna be a heart specialist. That third one gonna be a fucking brain specialist. That fourth one gonna be a fucking cardiologist. That fifth one gonna be a fucking brain surgeon. That sixth one gonna be a fucking neurologist. That seventh one is gonna be a fucking orthodontist. That eighth one is gonna be an oncologist. That's what they're gonna do. To where, hey, something wrong with me, I just go to one of my uncles. Something wrong with me, I go to my auntie. Yes, Jason, they too selfish. All we want to do is look out for each other and rub our success in other people that look like us faces. I got mine, you better get yours. It's that simple, man. But we have to get us together. And thinking everything is not possible because of the white man. Everything ain't possible because of slavery. Everything ain't possible because of what they did to us 400 years ago. Everything that we try to do, it ain't possible because of the system. That's what keeps your dumb ass right where you at. Because you believing in some shit that is not true anymore. You thinking you can't get ahead is why you can't get ahead. You speaking the fact that you can't get ahead is the reason why you can't get ahead. Be willing to learn and do some things you've never done before to get somewhere you ain't never been before. It's that simple, man. I done got about 3 rants in on tonight. I didn't even know I was going to go here with all this. But at the end of the day, that dude shouldn't have stopped that dude. That dude should have known that he couldn't have been stopped by that dude. And the fact of the matter is, you got to know the law, man, so that you can function and operate within the law. Know what your rights are. Know when to call the police. Know how to talk to the police. Know how to interact with the police. Because all of this whole thing about getting everything on social media, it ain't always going to work out for you, man, just because you got a recording. It ain't gonna always work out for you just because you got it on tape. Because you don't have the entire interaction. You don't have what happened before. You don't have on tape what happened before. Hey man, that's where shit can go left. Well, what happened before this recording started? Now it's back to what? My word against theirs, their word against mine. Know what to do. And sometimes you just got to know, hey, I just need to leave. Hey, I just need to keep walking. Maybe if Trayvon Martin would have kept walking, he would have still been alive today. Maybe if Trayvon Martin would have known to call the police and say that somebody's harassing him and he needs some help, maybe he would still be alive today. Maybe if Trayvon Martin would have had a CCW and would have been carrying a gun and could have shot at fucking George Zimmerman before George Zimmerman had a chance to shoot him, instead of him trying to knuckle up with him, maybe he would still be here today. As opposed to us thinking, maybe if George Zimmerman would have left that black boy alone and not been harassing black folks, he would still be alive today. Yeah, but that's putting that shit in George Zimmerman's hands, ain't it? Why would you want to put what happens to you and the power of that you have, why would you want to give that up and put it in the hands of somebody that don't know you and hope that they do the right thing and hope that they're benevolent? Why would you want to do that? That's just like with us, and when we talk about fucking politics. We don't want to take no responsibility and no action to keep our own power and our own rights. We just want to depend on and hope that this person we voted for in office is going to do right by us and take care of us. They going to do what's best for us because we don't want to do the work. We don't want to hold them to task. We don't want to make them accountable. And we don't want to question their agendas. We don't want to give them and assign them agendas. We just want to vote and hope for the best. Pray to Jesus that he touches our congressman and we get the things we supposed to get. And then when shit goes left, what do? That's why I don't vote, Joe. Ain't no point in voting, G. I ain't even gonna do it, fam. Man, the vote, that's all shit is all rigged, G. You have to be the one willing to change in order to enact change. And you have to be the one that has to be consistent to insist upon change. And I digress. Hey, matter of fact, let me see if anybody done donated to your boy here. Alright. Here we go. Oh, hey. My man Chris Storms donated to your boy. Hit me with $3 from the Cash App. Thank you, brother. That's what's up. And then my man Scholar Boy 30 hit your boy up with $5 from the Cash App. Hey man, I appreciate the donations. Every dollar counts. And I'm getting closer and closer. I'm telling you, the sacrifice is gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off. Alright, let's see who else and hit your boy up in the PayPal. Did anybody hit me in the PayPal? Yep. Diana P hit your boy up in the PayPal. That's what's up. I appreciate you. Hit your boy with $10. That's what's up. I need that. That's what's good. Hey man, look. I just want to thank everybody, man, for always supporting the show. Thank you for clicking the like button. Thank you if you checked it out over here on United Guns of America. Man, look. I love what I do, but more importantly, I love the fact that y'all support what I do. I thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for clicking the like. Great show, husband. Thank you, my beautiful wife. I love you and can't wait to see you on Tamari. I just can't wait. I got something for you. Yes, I do. But that's neither here nor there. Let's see here. Wait, but MG said to look at your PayPal. Let me see. She didn't hit your boy up too. My man Billy Go Gruffin came through with $1.23. Thank you, brother. That's what's up. And MG hit your boy up with $3. Boy, I made almost about close to $20 tonight. Boy, y'all all right, man. I tell you. Yeah, look at boy, we getting nasty on here. Let me stop. Let me end this show. Look. I hope that this show helps somebody become a better version of themselves. Y'all gotta forgive me, it's been a few days, but yeah, let me this ain't no family show, but I don't want to get too far gone, but yes, I love y'all, and baby, I love you. Y'all, now I'm messing up shit. Look at y'all got me messing up my damn show now. Let me stop this. Hey, thank y'all. Good night to everybody. I will be back tomorrow. I got a great one tomorrow, y'all. I'm gonna do this breakdown of this shooting at this gas station that I talked about earlier. Y'all gonna see that tomorrow. But I just want to say thank you, everybody, and see what you did. Yeah, I'll tell you, man. I'll just tell you. You just do something to me. But hey, I love you guys as always. Everybody over there on United Guns of America, we done hit 900 subs. Hey, if you ain't subbed to the UGOA, subscribe to the United Guns of America. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to my man Tommy Sotomayor. Shout out to my boy DJ Just JOK. Everybody else that has supported the show and came through tonight, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you guys. And until next time, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I am Brian Redmond. This is the Relationship Rehab and the United Guns of America. Peace And I'm mad.